Hello, it's Kadesha. I'm back with another video. This one is kind of a tough topic to talk about because I don't want anybody to ever feel as if they shouldn't ask for help or that they can't ask for help, because it's like, no, we are here to help each other. However, we have to realize that there's a fine line between helping and hindering, and I've talked about this before. So we cannot get comfortable in always asking someone for help. However, it's two sides, I guess, to the same coin, because we can oftentimes become prideful and don't ask for help. I can't remember if I have a video where I talked about where I was taking my A&P2 class, and I mean, I was struggling. I said, Lord, this is not good. And so I ended up asking one of the young ladies who was in my class. I'm like, girl, let us study together. And then the next one, I did so much better. And so that's not what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't ask people for anything. However, I'm saying that we shouldn't get so comfortable with people handing us, especially, and I guess more so I'm talking about money, that we don't choose to do the right things when we have our finances in order or have money when we get, when we get paid. And so this is something that is kind of hitting home to me, because I have been to where I have not been able to pay my bills, and I'm just like, Lord, what I do. And I would say I probably was prideful in that sense, because I went without lights for it was one day. And I didn't even tell my family, because I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is my problem. Like, I should not have to ask anybody for help on something that I have caused. Like, this is me, this is not someone else. And so I'm not trying to act like people's struggles are not real and that you can't ask somebody for help, because sometimes it is prideful, and the Lord is showing you that you're prideful and that He's trying to humble you by getting you to ask people, for help, because you're like, that is a very humbling position. However, that's not in a position to where we can stay. Like I mentioned before, I recently got into a place where I no longer have a client. And so now I actually was talking to my mom, and I was telling her about it, and she was just like, well, I'm here if you need help. And I thought that was very, very sweet. But I'm like, I'm not about to ask you. You retired, ma'am. I'm not about to ask you for any money. And I'm not going to fix my mouth to do that. Like, that is not okay. And of course, as a parent, you never want to see your child go without, especially, well, I say go without something they need. So of course I'm not faulting my mom for saying that. It's like, no, thank you, mama, that's so sweet. But I'm looking at myself as an adult, an able-bodied adult. So it's not an excuse for me to sit around and allow handouts to come to me. No, if somebody want to bless me and give me something, like, hey, I ain't gonna stop you. I ain't gonna stop you from doing that. However, I'm not gonna be the one to act like, have pity on me because of a situation when there are millions of jobs out here hiring. So I want us to just kind of really sit on that. And this isn't to, as we say right before we do it, this isn't to make anybody feel bad. It's like, of course not. But just so we don't get into a place of complacency and just wanting people to give us stuff out of their hard, working money. Like, that's something that they did. That's something that proved that they went out and got it, however it is. And so I shouldn't want them to do that for me just because I'm deciding, like, I don't want to work here or work there. And it's like, no, that's not right. And I think we are unintentionally creating entitled spirits, and we have to stop it. And it's so sad, because I feel like I see it really in our young kids, and I don't think parents do it on purpose. But when you continue to do things and see that they don't, I wouldn't say appreciate it, but don't realize, like, this is cost money, like this is this, then we have this sense of kids growing up thinking that people owe them things. And it's like, nobody owes you anything. You go out and you serve. That is what we do. And so I guess I'm kind of going into a different subject here, but what we have to do, if we feel like we come to a place to where we need some help, let's get into a place where we serve people. And God is going to open up opportunities and ways for you to be able to have more than enough than what you need. So I hope this video encourages you. Thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sa cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.